Hi dear friends, I'm Nargis. I'm a certified IELTS instructor, and today I'm going to share with you new trends of IELTS in 2021. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get more information about IELTS and general English. You know that we are living in the era of pandemic and computer exams are becoming more and more widespread in this period. That's why you should be ready to any lockdown in any country. You should be ready to pass this exam, IELTS, on computer. As you know, there are 4 sections: reading, listening, writing and speaking. Besides speaking, all sections can be passed on computer. So be prepared to computer because it's our first challenge in 2021 and actually after this year. IELTS examiners don't consider passing computer-delivered exam as something challenging or difficult because they say that people living in the 21st century, they are actually more accustomed to type and to read on computer rather than on paper. That's why I think that it's actually not so difficult for many of you. But again, just be prepared. Try to read a lot on computer, try to do listening tests, try to write, because fast typing is what you need for your IELTS exam right now. Okay, let's talk about sections one by one. And today, firstly, we are going to talk about listening section. To know more about modern trends, it's okay to look at the questions from IELTS listening test from Cambridge 15, 14, 13, 12, which are closer to this period of time. And you can see actually which exercise types are common now. They are matching exercises, matching information from boxes. You can meet them in many IELTS exams, that matching information is very popular. The next popular type of exercise in listening is maps. I know that many students don't love math, but we should be accustomed to doing this exercise. While having this exercise maps on your real exam, you should be very flexible. You should find entrance, you should find the location of objects. You should define what you will look for during the recording of your listening. The next exercise that is popular, and it will be popular forever, it's multiple choice. But ordinary multiple choice exercises, when we have to choose just one correct answer out of 3 options, they are still popular and they will be, but new type is going to become more and more popular. It's our multiple choice exercise when we choose 2 correct answers out of 5. Yeah, that's more difficult, and you should read them very carefully. You should read those questions very carefully, and the best way to do them is to work with elimination. If you can easily eliminate wrong answers, you can find correct answers easily. And the next popular exercise in IELTS in 2021, in IELTS listening, it's the exercise of matching, but not just matching information. It's when they give us some points that, for example, 2 people are going to do, and we should define whether they will really do this, whether they will not, or whether they will think about this. So it's like he will not, he will think about this, he will probably do this. So in order to do them, you should listen carefully to the information in the listening and to find the correct answers. The next section is reading, and as you know, reading questions also change according to the modern time, according to the modern age. IELTS centers make them more challenging, and that's why you should be very prepared to reading. Especially the most challenging part in reading is the third passage. That's why it's very important to leave more time for the third passage. At least 25 minutes, it's good. At least 20 minutes, but 20 minutes is not enough. I advise 25 minutes. Popular questions that you can meet, of course, it's multiple choice, but not ordinary multiple choice. Again, when you choose 1 correct answer out of 3. The popular one now is when you choose 2 correct answers out of 5. It's like the same in listening and the same in reading. They are a little bit more difficult, especially when they are in the third passage, because it's difficult firstly to find the location of these questions. You should find some rare words like some names, I don't know, some years, centuries, nations, some special names, and find the location by means of this. The next popular exercise in IELTS, you can meet this exercise in the last Cambridge books, is when you have to continue the sentence. They give you the beginning of the sentence and you should find the end of the sentence from the options that they give you. And of course, you should work again with keywords. You should find it in the sentence. The good thing about this exercise is that they always follow the order. And of course, true false not given is our favorite exercise that was popular, is popular, and will be popular forever. The only problem is that sometimes true false not given exercises can violate the order of the questions, especially in the third passage. It happens very rarely, but be very careful. It can happen to you. That's why try to work with keywords more carefully. Next, we're going to the writing section. A writing section, you know, because of computer-delivered exams becoming so popular, we can meet some questions quite often. Some questions when they use the word to. To, you know, it's a negative word, and when they use it, you should understand that they are talking about something negative. For example, if you remember the question like, today people have too many choices. It's talking about this tendency as a negative one. It's something negative to have too many choices. That's why be very careful with questions like this. Next, you can meet the questions about the current period of our life, when we are isolated, when we follow the rule of social distancing, when we can't go and meet with our friends too often because of lockdowns and so on. So the questions can be like this. They can be about isolation, going to someone's house, like a guest, or making some parties, meeting with relatives, friends, and so on. Be careful, be ready to these questions. And of course, IELTS prefers to give questions about some modern tendencies, about fashion, about social media, about medicine. Medicine is a very popular topic today because, you know, because of some viruses that are still in our life, and the topics about unemployment because of automatization, robotics, technology. So be careful with these topics. They are quite common in IELTS writing section. And the last one, IELTS speaking, actually it doesn't change, it hasn't changed a lot, but the question types that are quite common today, it's about not just describing something, but mostly talking about some experience and showing your attitude, showing your relation to that situation. So it's very important to use words which can show your true emotions, which can show your attitude towards something that happened to you. So try to be sincere, try to share your real emotions and your real thoughts. It's not just enough to use some good lexical vocabulary or good grammar. You should be ready to show your outlook. You should actually impress the examiner with your thoughts. And in this case, you can get high mark from speaking section as well. Don't forget that it's less about describing and more about showing your opinion, relation, attitude, and some other things that show your true nature. If you have come to this point, I'm very happy. It means that you have watched this video till the end. If you have any questions, you can write them in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to have more information about IELTS and general English. See you soon in the next video.